What's up, motherfuckers? Now, I want to point something very important here that a lot of people seem to have missed about the situation. Look at the date on this, June 14th. June 14th. That's 3 days before the Drew phone call. But nobody's asked who this is. This was not important to anybody, right? I mean, it's odd that this is the only person who really was talking about fire at all in a quite a while. Like, she was just non-existent. She was in everybody's rearview mirror, and then this pops up. Then there's a phone call, and she's still not being talked about. Right? 3 days later, then all of a sudden, that you know, the phone call happens and this video comes out. Okay, now I personally think it is fire. Now, maybe I'm wrong about that. Now, people are saying that it's fake, and that's what they want to believe. Okay, I'm going to say, what if you're right? Is this person that did this, that wrote these messages, do they have the training, the capability, and the equipment to make that video? They do. It's a possibility. If anybody has it, this would be your guy. So it's the right guy in the right place at exactly the right time. Or in his case, if he didn't do this, he's the right guy in the wrong place at the wrong time. So I don't necessarily subscribe to he did this, because it's even a possibility that this is completely a coincidence. And the other part is that, something that I mentioned to Sarah was, how does your mom know what Drew sounds like? And she said, well, he doesn't. She doesn't. So, Fire is saying, well, it could have been, one of those phone spoof apps or whatever. They could have put in whatever number they wanted. Okay. Well, it's a possibility. And some guy, whoever it was that called, could have put on a fake, UK accent or whatever the fuck, right? And so, her mom would have been none the wiser. Right? Because Sarah didn't answer the phone. Sarah didn't know about it till hours later, right? So Sarah's mom would have no idea who the fuck she talked to. So, I mean, it could have been a total setup. They could have been pointing it at Sarah or whoever, or he could have been trying to point it at Shaney, this individual. And this individual, they said who this was. This was Redpool Jack. Plain and simple. He's got those abilities to do that. He actually came into the chat, said, and I'm not pointing a finger at him. I'm just saying it's coincidental. And it just happens to be. But, one way or another, no matter how you slice this, it plain and simply is not my fucking gorilla. It is not my fucking circus. I'm just saying. This is not my gorilla, not my circus. This is fucking Shaney and fucking, Eddie's fucking gorilla. And it's their circus. And that's all that there is to it. Anything else that goes on between y'all is really between y'all. And y'all need to stop bringing everybody on YouTube into it, because we really don't have anything to do with it, nor do we want to. Nobody asked fucking this gorilla to come out of her fucking cage at all. We mentioned something that was fucked up that went out there, and we addressed it early on. Because really, at the end of the day, whether I'm right or y'all are right or whoever the fuck it is right, it doesn't really make a fuck one way or another. Whatever transpired here really doesn't make a fuck one way or another to anybody. I got no skin in this game. I got no fucking dog in this fucking fight on this situation. Don't give a fuck. I mean, the only ones going back and forth is y'all two. You know, and where is that getting y'all? Y'all are both trying to do ROs on each other and everything. I'm okay. Good luck with that. Go ahead and do it. You know, whatever the fuck it is y'all want to do. But this just simply is not my gorilla and not my fucking circus. End of story. End of story. You know, and I'm not aiming anything at Red Bull Jack. I'm just saying this is the facts. You know, but this idea that we're just gonna fucking blatantly, you know, accuse people, you know, over and over again with no evidence whatsoever. I mean, this is circumstantial evidence at best. This proves nothing at the end of the day. It's circumstantial. The right guy, capable of this, saying the right shit at the right fucking time. Actually talking about the person in question, the gorilla. That's just the fact. You know, if y'all want to go running around half cocked, because both of you and Shangy tend to do that, throw out all kinds of accusations at all kinds of people, really not having any evidence to the truth of the matter. And we showed this, I believe it was on the first fucking live stream we did. And y'all didn't pick up on it. That's really on you. That's your issue, not ours. That y'all don't really pay attention to what the fuck you're listening to or what the fuck you're doing. That's entirely on both of you. And then you threw out all these accusations anyway. Right? And there's no point in me even asking for an apology, because I'll never get one. You know, and Sarah and Susie and everybody else that keeps getting accused of all of y'all's bullshit. We'll never get an apology for that. Because y'all never admit to being fucking wrong. Ever. Ever. Just saying, in the whole history that I've known, a lot of you motherfuckers, you don't really admit to being fucking wrong. And that includes Fire major time. She never admits that she's wrong about any fucking thing. The 4 sectors of the FBI or any of it. You know, making the FBI phone calls, any of it. You know, she never really admits to doing anything wrong. So Shangy told you to cry, and so it's his fault that you were crying on there. And it's so stressful. Right? You know, you blame each other. You blame everybody else. Nobody takes any fucking responsibility for nothing. It's really funny how that fucking works. Just saying.